Good morning. In this session, we will talk about the router transformation. What is exactly router transformation? Router transformation is a active and connected transformation. Active transformation in the sense that means two types of transformations are there. One is a passive transformation, other one is the active transformation. Active transformation means you can change the input values, input table as well as the number of records in a table. That means there is a possibility you can change the value. The router transformation is a similar to the filter transformation. Here previously discussed about the filter transformation. What is the filter transformation? The filter transformation apply on the single condition. But here, whereas router transformation used to apply on the multiple conditions. That means that's why it is called it as a multiple filter transformation or multiple filter condition. That means here in the router transformation, you will apply the multiple filters or multiple conditions can be applied to get a multiple set of data. For example, I want to set a department number employee details, department number 10 employee details, and then I want to get the, but by using filter transformation only you will get the department number 10, but I need to get the department number 10, department number 20, and then some other values, default values, default, that means remaining default values. Here in order to get the data you will use a router transformation. Here that's why it is a active transformation. There is, that means the router transformation provides a, there is a group option. By applying some group condition you will apply the router transformation. Here how can you do router transformation? We have a different steps are there. Here what are the different steps? Same previously come the, you did the some of the steps. Here how can you do the previous steps as easily follow, as well as you have a the four steps. First is four steps. First is four. What are the four steps? Source analyzer, target data, and then link the target data to the SCART user. After that you go to the router transformation, and then here the target table consists of, I am taking the three multiple tables, and then the go to group, click on add new group to the router. These are all different conditions for the router transformation. New group to the router, as well as the, and then group filter condition you are going to applying. And then here this is a the environment for the VMware. That means how can you implement the router transformation? Here for implementing the router transformation, this is an environment. Here in this case we have a different options are there. Repository services are there. Click on first click on repository services. First click on the repository services. Yeah, click on repository services, open the window. Yeah, okay. And then come to the, click on admin. Why? That means you are going to connecting to the SCART user. How can you connect to the SCART user? Username SCART, and then password TIGR, tiger. Here type the password tiger. Then I'm going to creating a folder. That means the, this particular repository service maintains a metadata, data about data. That means the information related to the original data. That's why you are using the this repository services. And then click on folder, create folder. I'm going to creating a folder. A folder name here program a six. Here I created a program 6 or 4. That means your wish, any name. That means you will give the any name for this one, and then the folder created successfully. You will see the folder. The folder name here is a program 3. Click on program 3. Then it will show this one. That means this particular folder maintains a metadata. That means no need this one. Close this one. Repository manager. Click on designer. Here what is a designer? Here the designer maintains a source analyzer, target objects, as well as the, it maintains a different mapping. mapping related information. Here click on OK, and then click on admin. Why? Connect to the Scott user. How can you connect the Scott user? Username Scott and then password Tiger. Here click on password Tiger and then verify that one. Previously you created a what you created previously, the program 3. Open the program 3. Click on open the program 3. If you open the program 3, the source analyzer appear like this. This is called here source analyzer. The source analyzer, that means in this source analyzer you will retrieving, you will get the source data from the various sources. But I am using here Oracle is a one source, DB2 is another source, like that. Here I am using the only Oracle is a one source. Here click on sources. The top you will have the sources folder. Click on sources and then import from the database, and then already you created the data source, the data source Rama data source. Click on Rama data source. I am using the already the in the first program how to creating the data source. I explained that concept for creation of data source. Already I created a data source Rama. Here I am using the username Scott. The owner name itself is a Scott and then password Tiger. Here it will TIGR and then OK, connect to that one. Here if you connect this one, the Scott user related tables are there. Here these are all different Scott user related table. Click on table. Here if you click on table, it shows the different table. I need only employee table. Here what are the condition here? I am take the employee table is a source table, and then I am applying the different filter conditions, multiple filter condition. Department number condition in a one target table, department number 20 in another target table, department number default is another target name. That's why I need to take the multiple target table, but one source table. Here that is a one source table. It is an employee table. The first source table you call it as a employee table. The next important one, go to tools, warehouse designer. Click on warehouse designer. What is the need of warehouse designer? Here you will place the target tables. Here you may create the target table, or you have a different ways are there. One way is a import from the databases, or create your own table, or drag and drop from the sources. Here I'm going to creating my own tables. I'm going to creating three different source table. Here I'm taking the entering the name. I'm taking the first name is a T1 data source. That means you have to select the data source Oracle. From the Oracle I am selecting that one. Click on this one. This is a table 1 T1, target table 1. And then similarly I'm going to creating the another table. The table name here T2. Why? Because it's providing the multiple tables. That's why T2 is a another target table. And then next I'm going to creating the another table. Create T3. What is a T3 value? The default value stores in a T3 table. Here the first T1 table consists of department number 10, or that means you may take any value, department number 10 or department number 20, that values. And then second table consists of department number 20. Similarly the third table consists of default values, the default value. That's why I'm taking the three target table. In the three target table I need to import the values. That means I need to place the these field values. How can you get the field values here? Click on, that means edit the target table. If you edit the target table, windows appears like this, edit table. Here click on column. After click on column, here there is a add new column. Add new column to this table, that button is there. Add new column to this button. Click on the table. You may use, that means you may add any number of columns to the table. Here I am adding the 3 or 4 columns to the table. For example, I am adding the employee number is a one table, and then employee name one field, and then other one is a salary is another field. You may add another field. For example, department number is a another field. That means I am adding the three different field and then apply OK. Next, similarly, target two table. You add the four fields. Employee number, employee number, employee number is a one field. Employee name, another field, and then the second important salary is another field. Finally, department number, another field. Similarly, you will add the different columns to the target three. Here EMP number, EMP number is a one, and then E name, and then salary is another field, and then another field, in this case department number, then apply OK. That means you created a different related table information. That means you created the table information. But these tables are not added in a scott user. You created in the warehouse only, but this information are added to the scott user. For example, verify this one whether this table is added to the Scott user or not. Here, open the SQL plus Scott password tiger. Okay, select star from, for example, T1. That means whether add or not. That means it's not add. The table does not exist. Similarly, table star from T2. T2 also not existed. Select star from T3. T3 also not existed. The table not existed. That means the next step, you have to add this table to Scott user. How can you add? Click on generate and execute button. That means you click on target. Under the target, there is a generate and execute button is there. Click on generate and execute button. Here it will open the window like this. The database object connection. Here click on create table. Here remove the foreign key option. They're not using any foreign key, that's why I'm going to remove the foreign key option, and then generate and execute. Here ODBC data source. That means previously created the Rama data source. Connect to the Rama data source. Here and then username Scott, and then password tiger. Click on password tiger and then connect, and then OK, and then close. That means if you verify this one, if you verify select star from T1, then yeah, verify the previously the table or view does not exist. Now the table created, but there is no row added to particular table. Here similarly, you will see the T2, no rows selected, and then similarly T3, for the T3 also no rows selected. That means you add the table to the Scott user, but you did not add any data to this particular tables. This is a information. And then the next important one, you have to create the mapping. How can you create the mapping? Go to tools. Here click on mapping designer. Here go to tools and then click on mapping designer. Here you are clicking the mapping designer. Here, yeah, drag and drop the source data. Drag and drop the source employee data. That means it will ask the mapping name. That means name convention automatically takes the name, or you may give your own name. Here drag and drop the source data. You get that source data. Similarly, drag and drop target data. That means you have a target three tables are there. For one table for the employee department number 10, the second table for the department number 20, and then coming to the third table for the department number default value. That means for the tar table you are placing that one. The next important one, you have to create the transformation. Here how can you create the transformation? In the top you have a transformation button is there. Click on transformation button. You click on transformation button. After that, create button. Click on create button. Here, a drop down button. That means here from the drop down button, select the transformation. The transformation is a router transformation. The name, give the name of the router transformation. For example, p3 underscore router. I'm giving the p3 underscore router and then done. Here, this is called here router transformation. This is a router transformation. In this transformation, this transformation applicable for the applying for the multiple condition. Here, drag and drop all information from the source qualifier to router transformation. Passing, that means these are all called as a pipelines. Here, by using this pipeline, you will pass the data from the source qualifier to target. The source qualifier to target data. That means for the drag and drop, you are using the this particular source qualifier data. Next important one, edit the source qualifier data. If you edit the source qualifier data, that appears like this. Edit this one. That means you have a ports are there, you have a properties and then group. Here these are all different ports, and then you will apply the different properties and then go to the group. Here, you are going to creating the group. That means you are going to creating the new group. Click on group. Here you will selecting the new group, the group related information. The group name here is a department number 20. Let us take the first table, takes the department number 20. Let us, you may take department number, whatever may be the condition you may apply. Department number 20. That means in the right side you have a true option is there. Click on, there is a another group, department number 30. That means that second table stores the department number 30 related data, and then default value. Apply the conditions here. How can you group filter condition? Click on true. Here automatically having the true. Remove the true and then apply the condition. Remove that particular true. Remove that particular true and then apply the condition. What is the condition? Department number condition. For example, employee number. That means you did not take the employee number 20. You will take the department number 20 is the condition. Here that means department number. Sorry. The employee, not employee number 20. The department number 20. That means, sorry, that means you have to take the condition, not that condition. Here, department number, DEPT number, department number equal to 20. That means the particular department number 20 related records. That means for each and every employee table having the department number 20, department number 30, like that. Here, the next condition, go to second condition. In the second condition, you will apply the department numbers. Remove the true. For the port, department number 30, department number 30 equal to 30. Validate. Yes, expression successfully. Okay, and then default value apply and then okay. That means you apply the some of the groups for the router transformation. Next, you will pass the department number 20. See here, you will identify the department number 20 related information. This is a department number 20 related information. This is a department number 30 related information. The next default information is there. You will pass the data here. That is a, for example, passing the data from the department number 20 to first table, T1 table. Here, see, the first table stores the department number 20 related information. Here, not like that. If you go to department number 20, you will pass the data. Okay, now it's taking some value. Okay, you will pass the department number 20 related information. You may select all, or you may pass one by one. Yeah, the department number, EMP number, for the department number 20 EMP number, and then department number 20 e-name, pass the e-name 1 to, these are all called as a pipelines, pass this one. Next, salary, come to the salary field, pass the salary field, and then the department number field, pass the department number field. This is a way you will pass the remaining also. For the department number 30, T2 table, comes to the T2 table, pass the data from the department number 30 related information to table. Yeah, passing that one, the EMP number, E name, salary, that is a salary tree. That means for variating that gives a salary, and then department number. Yeah, you pass the T2 data. Next, default data. You have to pass the default data from the router transformation to target table. Pass that one. Default data, e name. Pass the e name from the default data. E name, pass that one. Yeah, pass that one. And then salary. Pass the salary. Pass the salary to default table, and then department number to default table. That means you pass the data from the router to different target table, validate table, and then save the table. Click on save the table. That means you completed the mapping process. Here you completed the mapping process. Next, you are going to executing our program. How can you executing program? By click on the workflow manager. Here click on workflow manager, connect to the admin. Here username Scott, password Tiger, Tiger, and then connect. Password Tiger, and then connect. Here you created the program 3. Click on program 3. Now you are going to creating the workflows. Go to task developer, workflows, sessions, and then I'm going to creating the session. That means what is the need of session? By using session, you will execute your program. Give a session name. For example, I am giving the session name P3 task, and then the mapping, select the mapping, and then done. That means you created a session, and then you have to creating the relational objects. Here how can you create the relational object? Click on relational object, and then relational. Here you will give the P3A, and then username Scott, password Tiger, and then the connect string is a Oracle. Connect string is a Oracle, and then okay. Connect string Oracle. Again create the for the target table. That means target table consists of 4 table. That's why you will create the 4 different objects. That means second object P3B Scott, the next Tiger, and then Oracle. Okay. Next you make, that means you have to create that one, but same database you may use same value, or you may create the different value. That means 3 target tables are there, and then 1 source table is there. For the 3 target tables you may create, for example, I am selecting the source table. What is this? P3A. I am going to selecting the P3A for the source table. You click on P3A and then apply. Okay. Here you have a 3 different target tables are there. For the 3, you have to create the 3 different objects. Already 2 object created. You will create the another 2 object. P3C, one object. A Scott, Tiger, password Tiger, and then Oracle. Connect string is a Oracle. Here the particular connect string, and then okay. Similarly, you will create the 4th object, the P3D. 4th object, in this case P3D, and then Scott, Tiger as usually, Scott and Tiger, Oracle, and then okay. That means you created the 4 objects. Click on this one, and then mapping these target objects. Already created, mapped that one. Next, target objects mapping, and then target. Here connection. You have to give a connection for the object P3B, P3B, and then OK up. That means you have a bulk data is there. You have to take the normal data. Why? Because you applied the different condition. That's why you cannot use the bulk data. Here P1 applied, P2. Here for the P21 object here is a P3C. Click on P3C and then not normal data. Target load data type is a normal, and then for the P3 also same. P3D, P3D is an object P3D, and then OK, and then the target type is a normal, and then apply, and then OK. Verify that one whether the normal data are there. Apply, OK. That means you connect the different object to the session. Now go to workflow designer, and then creating the workflow. Go to workflow and then create, and then you may name conventions. You may give different name, workflow underscore p3 name convention, and then OK. This is called here workflow. And then drag and drop the session here. Drag and drop session. You have to drop the session. In this case, link the task, and then linking the task, and then validate the workflow. Finally save that one, and then the validate this one, save this one. Now start the workflow. If you start the workflow, it shows the what it shows, cannot connect to the server. That means you have to start the server. That means up to now you did not start the server. You have to start the server. How can you start the server? You have a option is there here. This is a option, services.msc. Click on services.msc, and then Informatica. Click on start. Click on start. That means server going to start. Here server going to start. Click on OK. Now start window. Here start the window. Yes, running the our task, and then succeeded. Here you will see the result here. Three different, the success source day row, and then target rows. 14 source rows are there, and then 14 targets rows are there. You may verify in different way the result. This is a one way of verifying the result. Another way, by using SQL plus. Next, selecting the star from T1. That means whether data passed to the target. Yes, the data passed to this one. What is the data? In this case here, department number 20 related data T1. The T1 verify the department number 20. All 20 related data existed. Department number 30 related data existed. The next T3 indicates the default values, any default data. That means default data in the table only department number 30. That means it gives the department number 10 related data. That means the data consists of this one. In this way you will execute the program. Is another way of verifying the data. Here for example, department number 20 related, there's a preview the data, selecting the Rama, and then username Scott. This is another way verifying our data. And then password TIGER connect. Yes, the 20, the department T1 target one table consists of department number 20 related data only. This is a 20 related data. Next, for example, T2. The T2 consists of same password tiger. Correct this one. 30 related, department number 30 related data only, department number 30. For example, default value, the default data remaining all data stored into the default table. The remaining all data stored into the default table. This is a some information about the this one. Okay, thank you.